Record. Okay. Hey everyone. Good evening. It's Thursday night. It has become one of my favorite times. We all get to gather here and this is family. So we are back from Cabo. We took a break last week since we're in Cabo. So glad to see all of your faces again. Um, we got, those who had the fear of missing out, rest assured, we are going to share some takeaways. But we got a few announcements. I don't know if you know about this, but next month it's going to be an exciting month because in May, drum roll, we are going to have our first Leaders in Progress retreat. Woohoo! Yes, so it is going to be called Empowered Leadership Retreat. So, which is so exciting, right? There's a full lineup of things happening, and we're going to go over the details. We're going to have a full-on, information coming in. But for those who are not completely sure when it's going to be May 21st through 23rd. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's kind of an unofficial date. It's Thursday night where we're going to be just gathering Thursday night, and then official training starts Saturday morning. So make sure, if you intend to attend and grow your businesses, you do want to be there. It's going to be, lots of exciting things happening, community time, intense training, right? And we're going to have guest speakers as well, and with all the intention to grow our businesses, right? It's going to be at Jamil's house at Think Life is Different Estates, right? So yeah, that's one thing that we are going to work towards and look forward to coming up. So we also, ATM is going great. We're all doing a great job with the ATM. It's always a team effort in there. And we all always looking for ways to improve it. And so, in the past couple of weeks, we've noticed that what we can work on now is adding more before and afters. It is lacking a little bit of more stories in there that people can relate, right? Because as we tag them under welcome, video, and the 4 components, and after that, we want to tag them under a story they can relate to, right? So I know we have some women's stories, PCOS and whatnot, but we can, I think, collectively just add more stories of people that we may know. If you have coaches that you've taken pictures with, I know Monica is a huge one, her transformation, everyone knows her, any transformation from other coaches that you may know personally, or you've taken a picture with, you can add that, or even a transformation of, so we have a good variety of stories, so I think that's the next thing that we can work towards. If you can, Pinky promised me that you're gonna add at least one story each person this week. If we can do that, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat. So, and enough with the announcements. So now we're going to move on to our takeaways from Cabo. And first off, we have Carrie, who's going to be sharing. Go ahead, Carrie.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see all your faces. So I went to Cabo on the most recent ED to Cabo Gather 2021 training, and it was so incredible. And I just want to say that if you have the opportunity to go to any training event, definitely go. Like this one coming up in San Diego, that's going to be awesome. Like, you learn so much from just being around other coaches, like not even necessarily like the top of our organization, like just from, sitting down and talking to coaches one-on-one, you learn so much. And some of the things that I took away from the weekend was basically, that I think, so many people that we encounter really need the community, and that basically we shouldn't just posture this as something to lose weight. This is about so much more, and we have this incredible vehicle that allows people to really change their lives. And so basically, from the second we do our health assessment, we should be posturing like coaching, we should be posturing that this is, you know, more about like mindset and what it can do for you beyond just physical health. So that was something that I learned early on. Also, just the fact that like ask questions when you're at these events. Like you really should, you know, if you have questions, like write them down, come prepared to ask questions, because you know, I was put on the spot at school by the pool, and you know, I just didn't even know what to ask. So I asked something regarding like having self-confidence as a coach who hasn't yet made it to their goal weight. And you know, the answer I got, I feel like I've heard a million times in training, but it like never sunk into my head. And basically it's just that I'm sorry, I keep getting messages popping up on my computer, but basically like if you are persistent, and if you get into action, and if you have structural tension, all of that is going to come. So you just need to get out of your own head. Like all of that self-confidence stuff, like that's all just you letting your ego take over. So instead of you thinking about, oh, how are these people going to think of me? You know, I'm going to show up in my bathing suit in front of 200 health coaches. And even though I've lost 70 pounds, I still have 80 pounds to lose. Like I'm not going to have this confidence. But the second that I got there, all of the coaches that I've seen on Zoom like welcomed me with open arms, like gave me hugs like I had known them my entire lives. And it really felt that way. And you know, we're just so lucky to be about a part of this embracing community that, you know, really it changes people's lives. Like we're all broken coming into this. There's some part of us that wasn't working and that we needed help with. And even the people who are at the top, they never stop learning. They know that there's always room to grow and improve. And I think those are the things that that I took away from this. Like no one is ever finished with their journey. You're always continuing on your journey. You're never at your end goal. Even when you get there, you have more goals that you want to accomplish. Like, so basically just to keep growing and really acknowledge, you know, what you need to do within yourself to get to the place that you have that confidence. And really it just takes practice and doing like the action steps every day, and you know, being on the power hours, being on the training, and definitely going, sorry, and definitely going to events whenever you can, because these coaches will lift you up and really set you up for like the most success possible. So that's what I took away from the weekend.
That's awesome, Carrie. And it was so great meeting you in person. It really feels like family. If we love each other on Zoom, just like in person, it's like 10 times more. And you stuck with on plan the entire time you were on plan. So grateful for you. Ceci, go ahead. You're next.
How are you doing? So let me put my timer over here. So it was phenomenal, guys. We cannot emphasize, I know it sounds like a broken record, but we cannot emphasize how amazing it is to show up to an event. This time there was a lot of play. Granted, we had a blast on that end, but even if it's the work, there's so much love, it's undescribable. People that did go there, they were just guests. They were madly in love with the culture, with the nature of love that we all carry. And they realize this is not just a company having their event. This is a real tribe, a real family of love. So passing from the fuzzy feeling, something that I did bring, that I did feel that was like such an awakening moment. And you kind of know about it, but you kind of like still think, well, but no, it's because we're helping people transform their lives. And that's good enough for us. So they really punch us with an awakening moment in one of the talks that was related to make no mistake. At the end of the day, you're jumping in here for a better life for your family as well. So don't be afraid to look at your numbers when it comes to the transactional part of your business. Because at the end of the day, I mean, who thinks here that this is not just to help one or two people, but also this is a business, a business. So when we're talking business, I don't imagine somebody opening a shop just to say hi to everybody that walks into the door and feel the fuzzy feeling that is helping someone. You are there to make money too, because that is you're gonna transform your life and the life of your kids and your loved ones, and help your parents when they need a car payment or whatever the case may be, you know? So one thing that was, they didn't just say, go get the money. No, but they say, you know what, you need to look at your back office and be very, very intentional. Just not say, oh, that looks good, that looks good. No, like literally see, okay, if I want to make X amount of money, how many more coaches do I need? How many more clients do I need? And start breaking it apart. The other thing that was very much like, I got the opportunity to room with my sister from another mister over there, Priscilla. So I put, like, we had endless conversations of how can we improve and all that good stuff. One thing that I did share with her is that I'm very shy. And sometimes I feel like I message her and I just like, oh, well, she's busy. She's not answering for a day or whatever. And then I'm like, ah, heck it, I'll try whatever. But then she's like, no, like the same feeling I experienced is with Jamil, but I go all in until I get in his schedule. So if you need mentoring time, if you need to figure it out, how to break apart your business based on what goals do you want to have, then you know what, don't stop knocking on our doors for whoever is under us or under Priscilla, under Cynthia, anybody. Don't feel shy, don't feel personal. And if you see us going out and about all happy with our lives and our kids, it seems like we have time to play, but we do not have time to really spend on our business. While we're enjoying our family and our personal life as well, you very much know that Facebook is marketing for us. So it's not like we want to be on our phones all the time, just posting things about and not really caring for the messages of our coaches or clients. It's just really that it's our marketing platform. So that was, I mean, I have endless takeaways from the thing, but my time is up. So
Thank you, Ceci. So, I mean, we got a lot to cover, and these two did an amazing job, you know, just covering their takeaways. I'll keep it short because some of them are similar, but I do want to mention that, you know, for me, it was community in the beginning. So, like, you don't know, like, I get goosebumps. Like, I got so many hugs when we showed up that it's not even funny, and we cannot underestimate the power of community and what it does to us. You come back Monday, I was not dreading coming back because I was ready to pour into others, you know. And the vacation that Ceci said, it's okay, because I had not taken a vacation in so long. I came back even more rejuvenated. I was a better, you know, mom, you know, coach, and everything you can think of. So that's number one, community. Transactional side, yes, Ceci touched on that, and I think that was my biggest takeaway as well. They gave us a sheet that we're going to share with you and even train you guys on, and even us study it more. Numbers. You know, we help people, we love on them and all of that, but that comes with a territory that we don't really discuss. But yes, it's our business. We are putting in the time. We're not going to do it for free. You know, some people say it's this business that I would do for free. For me, I mean, I hate to say this, but no, like my time is valuable, and I'm coaching someone. I better earn my money because I have dreams, and everything we do in life, you need money to accomplish those things, right? Even to, you know, give to charity, you need the money first, right? So going into numbers, like me knowing how much you're making, you know, for the longest time, even my husband would ask me, how much are you making this month? Because we are paid weekly, and then the bonus comes in next month. I didn't know. I'm like, oh, money. Accountant asked me, oh, I don't know. You know, you need to know your numbers, you know, and even more so know where that money is going, which is the financial planning part. And Jamil has a book on that, you know, knowing where your money is going. Everything you're making, you're not earning. There's money to be saved for taxes. You know, you need to invest 10% back into your business and all of that. So, and lots of numbers, and it was all like, oh, taking it all in, you know, and we need to really study and apply it to our businesses, you know. And one more thing is Karen Elstrom. Her story, I've always like, I listen in the trainings, I listen and we listen to her stories because I can resonate with her story and how she came from a very comfortable place and achieved greatness, right? So go to those people who you can relate, you had the same struggles or same story, and ask them questions. I asked her a ton of questions. I spoke to her for an hour and she gave me tons of feedback on how to pull my husband into the business, or not into the business, but him be on board with my dreams, because my dreams might be different than his, you know. So talk to those people, and events are all about that, and do the same thing next month. So okay, so now we're gonna go into our training, and I think Priscilla Nelson, P2, is gonna take over, and she's gonna talk about the importance of posturing coaching, right? Take it away,
Yes,
Priscilla.
yes, yes, yes. So hi, everybody, and we are going to be talking about posturing coaching and why that's important. And later on, P1 is going to come on, and she's going to go through exactly how we posture, you know, dripping coaching in the client celebration call. But I'm going to talk more about, I'm going to set it up and talking more about why it is that we do that. And I'm going to, you know, answer some questions as to why it's so important to drip throughout a client's entire journey. And I'm going to give you an example of myself, okay? Because I'm somebody that maybe might not, you know, somebody like Priscilla might not have thought that I needed coaching. Why? Because my husband's a physician, and you know, I was working as a real estate agent, and it just might not have looked like I needed something like coaching. But she kept dripping on me throughout my entire journey. And even though I didn't come around to it for a long time, I even bought my coaching kit and kicked it into the closet because I wasn't ready. But even that, because of that dripping, when I was ready for a change, when I was sick of real estate, and I kept watching her, and you know what brought me around? One picture. I was tired of real estate, and it was one picture that Priscilla posted, and I tell her this often. And it was a picture of Priscilla on stage with giving a training in front of a few hundred people. And she looked so happy. And I was just like, that resonated with me because I didn't have anything like that. I had been a stay-at-home mom, and I had a great life. And, you know, I didn't need, everyone needs money, by the way. I'm not saying we didn't need money. We need money. We, you know, it's, anyway, so speaking of financial planning and all that stuff, sometimes stuff happens where everybody needs money, and it doesn't matter what they look like. But security. So anyway, all that to say, dripping coaching is so important because she did that all along my journey. When I was ready, I thought, oh my gosh, you know what? Maybe this coaching thing, okay? So that's why it's super important to drip throughout. But we're going to specifically talk about dripping and talking about coaching and setting it up in the client celebration or integration, whatever you call it, during that call. But first, I want to talk about why it's important to, you know, make sure that everybody understands that they have the opportunity to coach. The number one reason, I always say this, the number one reason is because it's in the client's best interest. It doesn't come from the standpoint of we want to grow a team. It doesn't come from that, even though there's some of that. But where it really, really bottom line comes from is it's better for the client. Why? It gives them a 5 times greater chance of reaching their goals and of moving forward in their health, right? It is kind of considered as like paying it forward, like the last step. It's like that additional armor that Kim always talks about, you know, for our own health goals. It is the best thing for them. That is the number one reason why it's so important to offer this to our integrated clients. Because if they don't have that opportunity, they're never going to have what we have. We have the best community, and they don't know what they don't know. I didn't know anything what coaching was going to bring me, but I thought, oh, it could be kind of fun and I want to change. Little did I know 2 years later, everything in my life was going to change because of coaching. So we come from it because it's best for the client, right? For sure. Yep. Okay. I don't want to like just talk, and like he has great value to add. So whenever you want to jump
I
in,
didn't
you
know
just
this was
jump.
happening.
I know. I didn't really know either until last minute. The other thing is, so it's important because of them. Also, yeah.
On that one,
Yeah.
I think because it's important for them, number one, obviously it helps them to maintain their optimal health. Number two, everybody wants something, I think, that transcends them, that allows them to be part of a bigger entity, in particular one that helps other people. And that's what this does. So it's really going to, without them even knowing it, going to bring them fulfillment they didn't expect. And the other thing that I always think of is the personal development part of it. I mean, this opens up a whole new world of personal development that you otherwise wouldn't have access to. I mean, to go to see, what's that guy, what's his name, John Maxwell, to see people like Tony Robbins. I mean, we've got people in this program that have absorbed all that material and kind of broken it down and condensed it into the salient ideas and transmit that to us all the time. So you're getting a gazillion dollars worth of personal development coming through these trainings. And so not only does it help them maintain their health, but it helps them also get a better mindset and grow themselves personally, and allows them to have a greater opportunity to do some fulfilling things because of the transcendent purpose of it.
That is such a great point, because that is one of the best things about coaching that we all understand, but you don't get it until you become a coach. So it's super important to make sure that you are offering coaching in that aspect. The other thing that I want to answer is, how will it affect your business when you make sure that you are posturing coaching at every client celebration call for those integrated clients? It'll affect your business immensely. I love how Dan Bell breaks it down. We have an amazing opportunity for a business that affords us cash flow, right? So in that comp plan, it is great because we can have a great cash flow starting out as a coach and right away earning money supporting clients. But on the other side, we also have the ability as coaches to be able to have an equity business. That equity business is what can really, really give you wealth and income that you would never be able to obtain being an employee somewhere, or if you're just working on the cash flow part. So when you are growing a team, when you're offering coaching to those integrated clients, people that you want to work with, that you want to have on your team, you are opening up your business for an equity business. Okay, so its cash flow is great, but bringing on coaches on your team, you're bringing up that availability to have an equity business, which is so awesome. That's what we want.
Passive
income. Passive income, okay? So that's how it will affect your business. And also, how will it impact your surroundings when you offer coaching to those integrated clients? What can it create for you? Hello! Amazing. Like growing a team, learning how to be a leader, it's going to create an amazing life for you when you offer coaching to those clients that you like, that are integrated, that you want to work with. Okay. So it's going to impact your surroundings in a huge way. You're going to be able to be, help lead other people, talk about growing, major growing pains. I'm in them right now. To be an effective leader, I've never been able to be a leader before, but it's fun and it's challenging. So it'll impact your life in a great way. Do not hold back on offering coaching. So during the celebration call is a great time for it. One last thing, and then I'm teeing it up for P1 because she's going to talk about how we do it. How do we posture coaching in the client celebration calls? But why is it important to create this culture of offering coaching within our organizations? Here's why. It's not necessarily the easy thing to do at first, like when we're coaches, it's like, oh no, don't, like when we're on the celebration call, you tell your mentors, oh, don't necessarily mention coaching, because we get a little nervous when we're new and we're like, oh, we don't want to make it feel. No, again, always remember that it trickles down. So what you do and what you train your coaches to do to offer coaching during those celebration calls is super, super important. Otherwise, their clients, the coaches on your team, their clients, they're not going to have that opportunity. So it is imperative that we do that. And you know what? I think that I've gone on a little bit long.
I'm enjoying it.
But those are some great reasons why you want to always offer coaching. And now Priscilla, who is the master at this, she's going to be able to go through and outline and how the heck do we, not awkwardly, but offer coaching in those client celebration calls. So P, take it away.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. Oh my gosh, Jeff is so cute. He's enjoying listening to P too. I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys. So I am so excited to talk about this. For many reasons, such as what Priscilla mentioned, we want to definitely begin offering coaching. First and foremost, it's good for the client. Think about your own personal journey. How has coaching affected you in a positive way? You're still here. You're still contending, right? You're still contending for your health. We're not perfect, but you have an incredible community. So many of us are a part of the 30-day challenge right now that's going on. And this is all because why? This is all because we have an incredible community of people. So think about how this has positively affected you. So it is super important that after day 8 happens on this call, the most important thing you want to do is integrate your clients into everything that we are, right? We call it the client celebration call. I love how Priscilla Nelson calls it the integration call. We want to integrate everybody because guess what? The integrated clients are the successful clients. The people that, I love how they say it sometimes, that drink the Kool-Aid, that get and understand the 4 components, they get it. It changes their lives because this is not just a 5-in-1. This is not just about what you're putting in your mouth every 2 to 3 hours. This is about the mental part and the community and everything you heard. Cynthia's takeaways, you heard Ceci's takeaways, you heard Carrie's takeaways. They're all clients. All of us, the 33 of us on this call, we're all clients. So how has it positively affected you? This is why we posture coaching, right? First and foremost. But then you have an incredible gift in your hands that you can give to so many. My one yes has impacted thousands of people. Your one yes, if you decide to stay, is going to impact thousands of people because you decided to stay. And you know what? I alone can only help a handful of people. I can only help this amount of people. But together, we are bigger, we are stronger, we can impact more lives, and we can change people. Now, there's a system in place, right? Because we don't want to sound weird and awkward and all these things, and there's a system in place. And I love the day 1 through 8 text messages. I love that we connect with our people. I love that we're not just like, okay, purchase your product, peace, I'll call you when I know you need to renew again so that I can get my little money from my FQV. We don't do that. We partner with people and we are relationship based. And so I love that when we send out the text messages days 1 through 8, we are setting up that relationship. We're building that trust. We are setting that up, right? If you're calling them on day 1 or the pre-start call, if you're calling them on day 4 and then you're celebrating them on day 8, how much contact have they had with you? At this point, they know you have their best interest at heart. And so as we go through a celebration call, we have a guide where we're going to put it in the Leaders in Progress, or maybe Kim, you can put it right now in the chat messenger, right? Now, this is a guide, you guys. I'm going to go through the way I do my thing, but I use the guide. I got on a celebration call with Linda earlier today with one of her clients. And what did we do? The first thing you want to do is you want to let the client talk. We're super excited, but sometimes as new coaches, we talk more than we should because we just want to say everything like, oh my gosh, I know what's going on. Like, I know what you don't know. This is so exciting. But we call them and we let them talk. So what happens is, we get on a call with Linda and myself and the client, right? Linda introduces me. Linda says, hey, this is Priscilla Allen. This is my mentor coach. She edifies me as I'm going to edify her towards the end. And then I take reins of the call. And then I say, hey, so-and-so, hey, Carrie, I'm so excited for you. You've just completed day 8 on plan. I hear amazing things about your journey. Tell me, share with me what's happened this week. And you let them talk. and you let them hear the excitement and you begin to build that excitement. You know, one of the questions that I love to ask is, what have you learned about yourself this week? That I can, that this is totally doable, that I can totally crush my goals on this program because I just lost 10 pounds this week. I so can do this. Oh my gosh, I am so excited with you. You know, how did you feel as you were transitioning into fat burn? And we begin to ask all these questions, right? Now, if the client didn't lose anything, or if the client just lost 1 pound or 2 pounds, we know something went wrong. We know something, not necessarily always, because sometimes you'll have a client who has a lot of muscle and probably just needs to lose 5 pounds. So they're not going to lose the 5 pounds the first week, right? But sometimes when we know it's someone that needs to lose 100 pounds and they only lost 1 or 2 pounds or 3 pounds, we know something's wrong and we need to do a systems check. So you have to get really good at understanding these systems checks and asking the questions, right? And I'm not going to go through the systems checks for the sake of time, but in that Google Doc that Kim Robbins just posted in the chat, it literally has the breakdown of the systems checks. So whenever you have a client who hit plateau, whenever you have a client who's not losing the weight, whenever you have a client who's experiencing a lot of hunger and they should be in fat burn, we go through all those questions in the system check. And so if they've only lost 1 to 3 pounds, then we need to go through the system checks. But assuming this case that didn't happen, we love on them, right? We hear their story, we hear their excitement. And then you know what I like to do? I like to break down the 4 components of the program. And I love to say, okay, so share with me a little bit about, you know, the 5 in 1. Are you drinking your water? Yes, I am. Are you weighing your meals? Perfect. Are you eating every 2 to 3 hours? Great. That's awesome. And then I go to the next thing. And now I want to know, have you dived into the life book? Have you opened up your life book? Have you began reading that book this week? No, I haven't. Now, you guys make it like this is the most important thing. I don't care about the 5 in 1. I don't care if you lost 11 pounds. I don't care. If you're not diving into your life book, you're not going to change your life. This is a transformational program. I tell them that. And if you don't spend time in this book, which is like the Bible of our program, if you don't spend time in this book, your life is not going to change. So I want to challenge you and I want to encourage you to spend 5 to 10 minutes every single day in this book. You know, first we're going to create this micro habit of health where on a daily basis, you're spending a few minutes in it, but the compound effect that is going to create in your mindset is going to be mind blowing. Who you are today is not going to be who you're going to be in 31 days, because a little bit of personal development, like Jeff says, goes a long way. So this is gold. This is all personal development. This is challenging them to actually exercise the mind. And so I make the emphasis of this. And I ask them straight up, do you think you're able to do that? Is that possible? Can you give me 5 to 10 minutes every single day? Can you spend 5 to 10 minutes a day with Dr. A? Can you do that? Because one of the things that we learned in Cabo, or one of my biggest takeaways, was one of the coaches said, the one true health coach is Dr. A. We're just guides. That's what we do. We guide people. And so she tells people, are you spending time with Dr. A every single day? Are you spending time with him every single day? Because this is the part that's going to change that mindset. So I spend a lot of time there. Once we get that sorted and everything, I say, great. I love that. Now, tell me about Ignite Health. How are you loving that community? Isn't it amazing? Have you posted in there? No, I haven't posted in there, but I'm seeing all the things that are happening in there, and it's pretty amazing. That's wonderful. I want to encourage you to integrate yourself into that community, because the more integrated you are, the more committed you're going to be to your own journey. This is a second layer of accountability and support. And I want to make sure that you have that, because you know what? There's going to be times when Linda's not available. She can't connect with you for one reason or another, but I promise you there's 2,000 people in there willing to jump in and answer any questions you have. So I'm going to encourage you, if you're proud of a lean and green, I want you to post it in there. You know, today I want to encourage you to post your results in there and tag your coach. We want to love on you. We want to encourage you. We want to be excited for you, right? We want to be that coach that empowers them. We don't want to be the hero coach, because when we do that for them, we become the hero coach. They hide under our wings, and we want to make sure that we empower them. So that's the third component. It's the community, right? That's awesome. Now tell me, wasn't Linda freaking amazing this week? I mean, if we're doing it the right way, they're going to say, heck yes, right? They got 8 text messages. We connected on day 1. We connected on day 4. Now we're celebrating you or integrating you on day 8. Oh my gosh, Linda was fantastic. Great. I want to encourage you to keep that relationship open. This is a two-way street. I tell them that. This is a two-way street. Okay. And things are going to get hard. The honeymoon phase of the 5-in-1 might go away. Things are, you're going to reach that place where you might hit a plateau or something. I want to encourage you to be open with your coach. We're in there through the good, the bad, the ugly, the great. We want to be there through every step of the way. And if we don't know what's going on, then you know what? You're going to struggle on your own. So I want to encourage you to keep that relationship open. Text your coach when your clients are, when your pants are falling off or your rings are falling off, or you just want to get that glass of wine, or you're at In-N-Out ready to get into that line because you want it. Text your coach, because this is what we're here for that accountability. So I really break down the 4 components and the value of it. I don't just stay on the 5-in-1. Did you like the food? Did you not like the food? I mean, I know some things I don't like. I don't even talk about the taste. We don't even make it about the food, because the fuel is only 25% of this program. And then after I say that, I say, great, you know what? You're going to continue to lose weight. It's super hard to like hide that, right? You're going to continue to lose weight. And if people are not asking you, tons of people are going to begin to ask you what you're doing. And at that point, I want to encourage you. I really want to encourage you to think about 2 things, right? One, I want to encourage you to pay it forward and help your family and friends, get healthy themselves. This is one way that you can totally solidify your personal journey by helping other people get healthy. You have a 5-time greater chance of losing the weight and maintaining the weight, because you're keeping other people accountable. And your story is going to inspire so many people to want to get healthy. And you know what? I want to help you help those people get healthy. So here's the thing. We have this incredible community called Chasing Better. It's a group of clients like you and me who, for one reason or another, decided to coach, and their lives completely transformed coaching. I'm going to go ahead and add you in this group, and I'm going to tag you in a couple of places. And I would love to explore this opportunity with you. I would love to share with you about what coaching has done in my life, and then maybe see if this is a fit for what you're, for your life as well, right? Something along those lines. And then once they say, yes, oh my gosh, okay, go ahead and add me, or they say, okay, whatever. Okay, perfect. I'm going to add you tonight. Just please go ahead and accept, right? And we do the whole ATM process where we add them, we tag them in the video, we tag them in somebody's story, and then we set up a time to get on a Coach Explore call. We set up a time to get on a Coach Explore call, and then we explore this opportunity with them. Now, this is the beautiful thing. You are not doing this Coach Explore call by yourself. You are going to have a mentor coach be on that call with you to do it with you. Now, my encouragement to you, and what I do to every one of my new coaches that are doing this with me, I always say you need to have a paper and you need to have a pen. You can't be driving, because our goal with these calls is to transfer the skills. Because every single one of us in this call is going to be a leader. We're all leaders in progress, and you're going to have your organization one day. So you need to be able to transfer these skills. So you can't be driving and listening to the call. I want to encourage you to write notes. Listen to how your coach does it, because you're going to be doing it as well. And you know what? It's going to get to a point where till this day, I don't do Coach Explores with Kim, with Cynthia, with Priscilla. I don't do any of those Coach Explore calls anymore. But I do get on the meet and greets. I meet their new coaches, but they've learned how to do them. And that's our goal. Our goal is that one day you're just going to fly and do it yourself, but then you're going to transfer that skill. So every time you hop on a Coach Explore with your coach, have a paper and a pen ready. Every time you are on a client celebration call with your coach, have a paper and a pen ready, because when we do these things, it is to transfer skills. And then you transfer the skills, and then your next person transfers the skills. You see how this works? And then it begins to grow and grow and grow. And so that is the point, that we transfer these skills, because we are always becoming better leaders. We are, and I will always be progressing. I don't think I will ever self-actualize. There's always things we need to learn. And so we're always learning. And like Dennis Sibley says, we're always fixing and refining. That's what we're doing. We're just becoming better leaders. So I want to encourage you guys to grab that tool that Kim Robbins put in there. Go through it, right? There's a part in there where I will be very honest with you, I need to get better at. I'm learning and still not doing it because of the chatter in my head, encouraging our clients to post and live their journeys out loud on social media. And I've seen so many other coaches do it, and it all comes down to posture. Posturing is so important. If you know what this is possible with this, you guys, I mean, people's lives can change. But our encouragement to them is to live their journey out loud for 3 reasons. One, when people speak their goals, when people out loud say what they want to do, they have a greater chance of accomplishing those goals because they vocalize those goals. And it's not like, well, I'm just going to stay quiet just in case I don't like hit them. You know, they vocalize the goals. Second, it inspires other people to want to do this. Third, their story is going to touch other people's stories that your story and my story cannot touch. So these are the reasons why we want to share. We want them sharing out loud, even in their own journey. They get comfortable posting a lean and green, something like posting a lean and green, posting their first week results, things like that. And that's all going to be in that Google Doc that Kim just posted right now. So anyway, I'm going to send it back to Cynthia. I know we're kind of short in time. Thank you, everybody. But it was so packed today with a lot of stuff. You want to take it back, Cynthia?
Thank you. That was so informative, breaking it down. So now Kim is what are we gonna do with all this? We always, listen, take notes, but we have to apply what we're actually learning. So to make it even more exciting and put everything we're learning to use on doing celebration calls and Coach Explore calls, we have an incentive going on. So Kim is going to break this down for us and let us know what we're actually going to be doing and talking more about the incentives.
Yes, I am so excited about this. So I love incentives. I love, love, love them. I love a challenge. A lot of times I'll just, if it's just for me, I'm like, whatever, I'm just doing it on my own. But if there's an incentive and I know that there's something that I'm going to win, I am so competitive. And I'll be like, I'm going to win. And then I'll start seeing the numbers of other people. I'm like, what? They have 3? I got to get another one. How can I get another one? And then, so that really helps to drive me. And so what we decided to do with our group is to do an incentive. And you guys, the prize, okay, let me just say, it's amazing. You guys are going to love this prize. And we're actually having 3 prizes because we love you guys so much. And so the incentive is this. So we are going to have kind of a contest of who can get the most client celebration calls the next 30 days, or who can get, and so that's one, and who can get the most Coach Explore calls. So we got those two contests going. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys we're going to have your mentor coach sign off on it. So you're going to do a coach client celebration call with your mentor coach, and they're going to sign off on it. And then we're going to have a tally going on in Leaders in Progress. So you can see where you're at, where everybody else is at, and how far away you are from winning the prize. And we're going to do the same thing with the Coach Explorers. So we want to get as much possible. This is the goal. Get as many of these possible so that you can win the prize, you guys. This is like, you're going to want to get every single client that you ever did ever on one of these calls. It's not just 1 week. We don't do client celebration calls at week 1. You could do them at month 1. It could be, they're 6 months in and they lost half their goal weight. Let's do a client celebration call. They were able to zip up their jeans. Yay, let's do a client celebration call. I mean, you can celebrate your client for anything. And if you haven't, maybe you have clients that you haven't celebrated for a while, it's the perfect time to get them on these calls. So you're going to want to do every single client that you have. You're going to want to get them on a call and do that. And then Coach Explore, so client celebration calls are the place to get these Coach Explore calls. And so we want to do these client celebration calls so that we can have more of these Coach Explore calls. Because like Priscilla Nelson was saying, like, coaching has changed my life. And I know that it's changed the lives of all of you guys too. And so we want to offer coaching to all of these people because they don't know what they don't know. And so we want to share with them the most that they can get out of our company is to become a coach. And so we're tallying that up. And then we're going to have a 3rd prize, and it's going to be a surprise because we haven't decided that yet. But it's going to be amazing. So stay tuned. And we're going to be announcing these winners at their leadership retreat coming up. And that's going to be amazing too. So you get to come up, you get to get your prize, and everybody's going to cheer for you. And what better way is that to win something in front of people and they all cheer for you? And you just feel like we're going to play We Are the Champion, right? So there you go. That's our
And if you-
client incentive.
And if you win and you're not there, we're gonna move on to the next person. So throw in the
You
chat.
better be there.
Just kidding. But just throw
Oh,
in so
I'm
we
gonna
get an
win.
idea of who's coming. Go ahead and put in the chat if you're planning on showing up. Go. So okay, now what? We're gonna get into action. So I'm gonna pass it to Linda. I don't see her on my page, so she's gonna tell us what we're gonna be doing and how we're gonna be,
Hi,
going
guys.
over the steps.
Thank you, Cynthia. You guys, how amazing was this call? And I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to be respectful with everybody's time. I just want to take you guys back. Go back with me. Let's go back to our celebration call when our coaches called us and celebrated the life out of us because we lost like 5-6 pounds. I lost 7 pounds and I was over the moon. And then I got a celebration call with 2 coaches and they were building me up and it felt absolutely amazing. I didn't know at that time what is a good celebration call, what is a bad celebration call, but the point is it was done. I was celebrated. I felt amazing. And then I was celebrated again month 1. So these are important things. We got to do that. And we got to use a system that's duplicable. We have to use the guides. We have Asana has amazing information about celebration calls. We got lots of information. I have tons of notes that I took. I never stopped learning. Apply these and make sure that the team under you uses the same techniques to celebrate their clients so that we can have a strong business going down, okay? One other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the retreat that we have. You guys, if Jamil Frazier is allowing us to go into his home and learn, we gotta be there. We gotta make the time. I'm sure all of you agree with me. Whatever it is that I had plans, I canceled it. If Jamil lets me go into his house and shadow him, hey, I'm going. And I'm inviting all of you guys to come with us. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity and you guys need to make this priority, okay? That's all I got. I want to close it out today and leave you guys with a lot of celebration calls that need to be done. Coach Explorers, let's go win the prize, all of us, okay? Have a wonderful evening.